Tugba, 4 types of involuntary liens. What are 4 types of involuntary liens?
Judgment.
Yes.
Oh, you had on the board too. Okay, tax lien.
Okay, wait. Here's the thing. I mean, if you really want to quiz yourself, you shouldn't cheat. You know,
Okay. I'm not gonna look.
Okay,
Tax lien, judgment.
Uh-huh.
I know it's attachments.
Attachments,
Oh my God, there's one more. I close my eyes. I'm not looking at the board. I don't know the 4th one.
Okay, now I'll give you a hint. Where if someone does work on the property, like if a contractor does work on the property.
Mechanic liens.
Mechanic liens, yes. Okay, so one more time, all 4 of them, one more time.
All right, I'll look at the board. Tax lien, mechanic liens, judgment, attachments.
Mindy, what is an example of a voluntary lien?
Voluntary liens, that's the mortgage.
Yes.
That's a mortgage
lien.
A
mortgage is a voluntary lien, right? Because it's something that the borrower signs up for, right? It's a voluntary lien, right? So that's a good way to remember the difference between a voluntary lien and an involuntary lien, right? Awesome. Yep. What are 3 types of concurrent real estate ownership? Well, what I have from Jen's sheet is tenancy in common, joint tenants, and tenants in entirety. All right, so Lawrence, what are the 5 C's of underwriting?
Oh, the 5 C's of underwriting? Okay. I'm driving, but let me see if I know it. Capacity, capital, right?
Yes.
Capacity, capital, hold on. Collateral?
Yes.
Okay. Capacity, collateral. Okay, capacity, capital, collateral, and credit?
I'll give you go ahead. Okay, I'll give you a hint. A FICO score.
Credit. I said credit.
Okay, and then what's the last one? The 5 C's of underwriting: capacity, capital, credit, collateral, and character. All right. Now back to Tugba. Tugba, what are the 3 appraisal approaches?
The 3 appraisal approaches. Okay, hold on, let me just think. Sale.
Yes. Sales.
Cost.
What was the question again?
Okay.
It's the 3 appraisal approaches.
3 appraisal approaches.
Income, sales, and cost.
Say again.
Income, sales, cost.
Yes. Income, sales, and costs. Right. Awesome. All right, Mindy, what are the 4 purposes of the DoddFrank Act?
The purpose of Dodd-Frank. Okay, let me think. 4 purposes of Dodd-Frank. It has to do with protecting someone's financial activity. So it's financial stability.
That's financial stability.
We're gonna protect our taxpayer.
Protect taxpayer. So like no bailouts. Kind of, like.
Yep, too big to fail, no bailouts type of thing.
In too big to fail.
Protect taxpayer, and then protect against anything that's abusing the practices of the real estate. Protect against.
Awesome. Yeah, protect against the practices. Yeah. So
we're gonna end too big to fail. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Okay. So 4 purposes of DoddFrank Act: financial stability, in too big to fail, protect taxpayer, and protect against abusive practices. Excellent. All right, Saren, talk to us about a qualified written request. All right, qualified written request. So how many days does the lender have to acknowledge a qualified written request?
How many days?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't remember that one. Is it, hold on, oh gosh, my brain like all mixed it up. Qualified written mortgage, how many days?
Qualified written request.
A request, okay, the request.
WR.
So this is when we as a borrower complain about the services. That's one
Yep.
hint, right?
Okay.
You do.
It's 15 days.
No, you
No.
said 15?
45
No, no, no.
The qualified
There's
written
three numbers.
request. 15?
Oh, hold on. So no, Sarah. So listen, there's three
Hold on.
numbers. Okay, when it starts, when does it close, and then when does it extend? And those are the three. There's three numbers for it.
Yeah, I knew it. Like I always
In a
studying it.
quarter
but
mile,
the
merge onto
ask-
Michigan 59.
We can help.
Okay, this is 5.
So-
Okay, got it. Okay, I remember. I think 5 days.
Yes. Okay, no, wait.
Yes.
Then it's 5 days to do what though? You mean make sure that's clear.
Okay, acknowledge it. So
Right, to acknowledge it.
passes 5 days.
And is it
Resolved.
what type of days? Five business days or 5 calendar days?
Business days.
Business days. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, so the lender must acknowledge the request within
In
5
5 days.
And then what? Seren?
And then they have to resolve like 30 days.
Okay, so
If there's an extension, it's 15 days, so it'll be 45 days.
excellent. Yeah. So just to recap then. Qualified written request, QWR. The lender
Yes.
must acknowledge the request within 5 business days,
Yes.
and the lender must seek to resolve the issue or the concern within 30 days. And the lender can get an extension if needed in connection to notices of error submitted by the borrower. So that's a little point that might be very important to remember, that the extension, okay, so the lender can get an extension, but the reason for the extension has to be connected to notices of error submitted by the borrower.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Is that the lender must refund the escrow
If the borrower
a
resides,
rescinded contract. If the borrower rescinds, you know,
yeah, rescindance, I'm sorry.
on arms, like on
If it
certain
rescinds, yeah, that's 20 days, right?
days. Yes.
Okay,
So
So any $50 or more,
it's 30
any
days.
$50 or more would be, the lender has to refund back to the borrower within 30 business days.
okay, now, but here's something to clarify though. When you say $50 or more, but like in what situation? It's during the annual audit analysis, right?
That's right, during the annual analysis process. While they're doing that, they notice anything that exceeded
$50.
the amount, $50,
Right.
or $50 or more, right? Not
That's right.
more than $50, that's two different things.
Oh, yeah, I have it on my notes as $50 or more. Yeah, so that's not.
Okay. And then the third scenario is the exceeded the tolerance amount, and that's 60 days.
Right. So the foreclosure timeline, right? So let's go through the foreclosure. So must the lender make live contact with the borrower regarding a missed payment?
36 days.
36 days, live contact within 36 days of missed payment. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, within how many days does the lender have to send workout options?
30 days.
No.
No. 45? 45.
Right. So if you think of it as a timeline, the first milestone is within 36, right?
Mhm.
Second
Yes.
milestone is within 45 days.
45 days, yes. And then they can go to foreclosure 120 days.
120. But now here's another thing though, and I think this is where you're thinking about the 30-day thing. Like the notification. So like let's say after the borrower submits a completed loan workout application, right? And if there is an option to save the home, when must the lender send notification regarding that? That's your 30 days.
Okay.
In 30 days. Okay. All right. So to recap, the foreclosure timeline, right, is like the lender must make live contact within 36 days of missed payment. Workout options must be sent
45 days.
45 days. Notification must be sent within 30 days after. Must be sent within 30 days after submission of a complete loan workout application if there is an option to save the home. right?
This is under RESPA, right? Is it under
Right.
RESPA?
It'd be
Section 6.
right? Section 6 about servicing, right?
Okay, servicing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then also no dual tracking is allowed. What does that mean, Seren? No dual tracking is allowed.
So there is like foreclosure action. I think borrower is considered to work out options. That's why this is, I don't know, dual tracking. Gosh, I know what is the meaning, but I can't explain.
Okay, Mindy.
Yeah, dual tracking is when while you're in the process of working out a workout plan to save your home, and your lender cannot just go behind your back and try to work it out a sale with a trustee or get it foreclosure somehow. So he cannot cheat behind your back, right? So that's how I understand it. I don't understand the exact thing, but it just put it in context that, hey, I'm trying to work without a plan with you to save your home. I can't just go behind your back and just, cheat and then try to get yourself foreclosed. So that's basically right.
Very good. Yeah. Now also, and as Seren mentioned, cannot seek judicial foreclosure or trustee's sale action for at least how many days?
120 days.
Right, 120 days, right? And then now here's an important thing to remember. A lis pendens. All right, Seren, what is a lis pendens?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Question is, what is a lis pendens?
Oh gosh, list pending is that's when you do the foreclosure.
So is when you initiate a foreclosure lawsuit, right? Now, an easy way to remember that is if you look up the Latin origin of the name lis pendens. It's like pending lawsuit is what it means, right? Like pending, like the literal translation or something is like pending lawsuit. So that'd be an easy way to remember it. Okay. Now, Tugba. What about reasons for a free credit report? Now, under FACRA, Regulation V, there's reasons for a free credit report, and then under FACTA, there's a reason for a free credit report, right? So we have to know the distinction. What are the 5 reasons that you can get a free credit report under FACRA, FCRA, Regulation?
If there's an error.
There's an error,
Is if there's a fraud.
Fraud,
Is public assistance?
Yes, public assistance.
That also, okay. How about unemployment benefits?
Unemployment,
Okay. Well, how many is that?
Okay, so you need one more, right? Yeah, one more.
Did it say identity theft?
No.
It's not part of it?
Wouldn't that be fraud? That's like fraud, right?
Yes, yeah. And adverse action.
Adverse action, right. Now, Mindy, I remember mentioned this great statement from Jen's sheet, right? To memorize that. So the reason for a free credit report under FACRA, think of this sentence. I am unemployed and on public assistance, and I have had an adverse action due to errors and fraud on my credit report.
Where's that, in Jennifer's sheet?
Yeah, on Jen's sheet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to go through Jen's sheet, that's for sure.
It's nice, she has nice acronyms.
Yeah, she does actually.
So, okay.
I think under FACTA, they are allowed to have it once a year. Is that what it was?
Right. So anyone. So under FACTA, anyone can get it at least once a year. Like once a year, you can get it once a year, right? But under FACRA, you have to fall in one of these 5 categories, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. So now, Mindy, FHA loan offerings. Okay. What's the 203B? And by the way, I don't like just like let's keep it clean with no cursing, all right? But you know, all right,
Lance, I'm the same way.
right. All right.
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
It's not necessary, right? Because you just do the first part, you know. So Mindy, what's 203B?
Yeah, that's why I need help on that one. So, but let me try my best to see if I can get it.
Okay.
203, that is the part of offering. So under FHA loan, there are a bunch of offerings, right? And 203B has to do with fixed FHA
Yes.
rate.
Fixed, yes. And the way to remember that, just use the one word. The B stands for what? The one word, not the two words.
You know, the Rocky always says it, basic rate.
No. Let's just memorize it as basic, all right? Basic. You don't need anything else. Just say basic. So if you see 203B, think basic. And what is a basic loan? That's the.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah, fixed, you know? Yeah.
What is the basic for home mortgage?
Yeah, home mortgage.
Yeah, for mortgage.
It's
Yeah.
an FHA fixed rate loan.
It's a fixed home mortgage. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good. Now, okay. Now, Saren, what's a 203G under FHA?
203G or K?
No, G. 203G.
G
That's
as in
for the teachers? Is this for the teachers, for the post officers?
Wait,
Is that-
I have it as teachers, firemen, and police.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Lance, is it 203G or is it 204G? I always
G.
wondered.
Oh, maybe I put that wrong. Let me see. Is
203, 203G,
it 203 or 204?
203.
Oh.
Oh,
It's on the
yeah, on my notes it's 203G. Yeah.
Oh, they changed it because before it was 204 like a year ago.
Really? Oh, okay.
So what is it? Is what teachers, firemen, or what was?
And police.
police.
Got it.
Right now, here's the hint though. The G stands for what? Like, well, what's the hint for you to know? The G stands for what?
Good neighbor.
Graduations, like
Good neighbor. That's right. Good neighbor, or I think Rocky says good people. Good neighbor, good people. Right? Yeah.
But to remember.
So when you think 203G, you want to think, oh, this is the loan for the good people, right? The good neighbors. And that's the good people are the teachers, the firemen, and the police, right? The public servants, right? All right. Now, all right, so let's see. That was okay. So now, Lawrence, what about 203K? 203K.
All right, so is 203. So I'm gonna get two chances for this because I'm gonna try this. Is it rehab and rehabilitation?
Oh, so I have it as rehab, right? So I guess that's the same type, right? Rehab. Okay, yeah, rehab. Yeah, rehab. Very good. Now the K, another one that, you know, because I don't like to make fun of this stuff, but the K though, to remember the K, you think about a drug addiction, right? You think about, you know, you think about crack cocaine, right? Or kilo or whatever, right? So yeah, so you might think 203K, you think about, well, maybe someone's struggling with, you know, crack cocaine. So 203K rehab. You think about rehab. Okay. Good. All right. So now, Tugba.
Yeah.
How about 234C?
Condos as a C.
Yes, condos because it's a C. That's right. Condos. Good. All right. Now, Mindy. Now this is going to be a hard one. What is FHA 251? You just got to memorize that one.
Are you asking me a hard question?
Yeah.
The hard one, 251.
I have an idea. I know a way to memorize that.
Okay.
Right.
So let's think about this.
Adjustable
If
rate
two, what is it?
adjusted rate mortgage.
Yeah, just.
Oh, then
But how do you
Yeah,
remember it though? Can you help me remember?
this is how you remember it. So you have 251 and then you have 203B, right?
Uh-huh.
So 203B is basic, right?
Oh.
What?
So the opposite.
What?
Okay, so he's saying that 203B is the basic one, right? Right, basic, the fixed rate. And so think of the 251 as being like the adjusted rate mortgage, right? It's more complex. I mean, it's the way to think about it. Or say it, Lawrence. Say it.
It's the opposite of 203. So what's the opposite of 203? 251. There you go. That's how I look at it.
Well, opposite of 203 is also 234.
Okay. But here's the thing about
You know what it
234
is?
though.
It's an adjustment rate mortgage. It has an FHA in the front. That's like the only one that has the FHA. So
Bingo.
Yeah,
adjustable
That
rate
will help you
mortgage.
memorize it. Right. Okay, good. Okay, now, let's see. So who was that? Who did the adjustment? Oh yeah, okay, so Mindy. All right, so yeah, that was Mindy. All right, so Saren, talk to me about what's included in the APR. Okay, no. You know what, Saren? I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. What's not included in the APR, and then we'll talk about what's included. So first, what's not included in the APR? What's the acronym for it? Saren, you there?
Hey, Lance,
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you another
I'm
way
talking to myself.
Okay.
another way you know 251 is that all of them have letters except for 251.
Oh, you're right. There you go. Wait, is that true? I mean, but are there more? Were there more?
I don't know.
I didn't write down all of them on the sheet, but okay, but that's true. Okay.
Is her cheat sheet pretty accurate?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, I think.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Now it's been updated, so make sure that you're using the most updated version of Jen's cheat sheet too. That's another thing I think. But
Tiffany sent it to me, so I think I have.
that's probably updated. Okay. All right. So Saren, what's the acronym for knowing what's not included in the APR?
I don't remember that one, but I know what is the
Okay.
what ATR does have.
Okay.
My size, yeah. This is what I remembered, like from the Jan's cheat sheet. Mice does have a ATR.
Whoa. MICE does is about ability to repay. ATR. No, I'm talking. Oh, I'm sorry. I said APR. I meant to say APR.
The annual
Oh, okay.
interest
Okay.
rate.
Yeah, APR. I thought like you're saying
APR, my bad, my
Okay,
bad.
APR.
APR.
Okay.
So
That's not which ones are included or which ones not
all right.
included.
So the question for you is, what is not included in the APR?
10 Act.
Yes.
Okay, that's T goes with title insurance. E for escrow. N for notary fee. A for appraisal. C for credit report. And then turn-type inspection for T.
Yes. Now, it's important not just to memorize it. It's
So
important
there's
to
one,
understand the logic of it, right? And so we have to understand why is that not part of the APR. Well, go ahead, Mindy. You have a question? Or you have
there's one more after termite inspection is seller's credit.
You're right. Okay, so Lawrence, going back to on one of her sheets, I think it was just one, and then on another sheet she updated it and she put an S in there. Okay, so yeah, I could put that in there too. Seller's credit. So Tenax seller's credit would be.
Oh, that's also not included in the APR?
Right. Yeah, that's not included, right. So, all right, so now, what's a logical way to know what's not included in the APR, right? We're just thinking about anything that's not really part of the cost of the mortgage, right? Won't be.
These are upfront paid fees.
Okay.
Before the mortgage. That's how I do it as, I guess. Or like title insurance, and not the insurance, I'm sorry, appraisal fees and stuff like that are being paid. Actually, it's not paid, it's included.
But also too, you can think of it as, these things are not really related to the actual mortgage, right?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. It's not related to the actual mortgage.
Right, here's a tricky thing though. Like here's something that you don't want to be tricked up. What about flood certification fee? Flood certification fee is included in the APR. Why is flood certification fee included in the APR? Because it is tied to mortgage, right?
Yeah, it's required.
What about the DNC rules to end with? The DNC rules. All right, so Tugba, okay, so if a consumer makes an inquiry or submits an application, what happens regarding like how often they can be contacted?
So, I know that they do the search of the registry every 31 days.
That's right. And it has to be updated every 31 days, right?
Yes, and also the per call, did that change the fine?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
It's-
it
it's a-
changed.
What is it now?
40, is it 43 something? Let's see. I think it's like 43,000.
'Cause I know
43
it was
to 80.
42,530 it was before.
It's 43 to 80, Tuba.
What is
40
it?
43 to 80.
280, okay.
Yes.
Has to be-
it was 42, 530.
Okay, but now for 2021, right? 43, the fine, the penalty is $43,280 for violating the DNC, right?
Yeah, so they have to update the list every 31 days and then maintain the document for 24 months.
2 years, right? Yes.
Yes, or
2
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years. And then, and so by the way, in terms of retaining documents, okay, you know, Rocky explains a really great way to remember how long certain documents need to be maintained, right? Basically,
3 hours.
it's everything is, I mean, so a lot of this stuff is 2 years, but then there's exceptions, right? So for example, what must be maintained for 5 years? So there's only like 2 things that must.
Two.
SAR,
Closing
Disclosure?
disclosures, yeah, closing disclosure. and
Closing
SAR.
disclosures is 5 years. And I think loan estimate is 2
No.
years.
Wait, wait, wait,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
SAR.
No.
SAR is
Guys, we're jumping all over the place. Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
He's asking, like, listen, when he's asking questions, let's not like jump all over. It's gonna confuse yourself, you know? So
Right, right.
what he's asking you is the closing disclosure. He's asking, there's 2 that start with letter C. What are the 2? I mean, there's two that are 5 years. What are they? There's closing disclosure, and what else has 5 years?
Right.
SAR,
Are very good. Yes.
What
Okay.
is it? I'm sorry?
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The documents that must be kept for 5 years. There's 2 documents that must be kept for 5 years. It's
Okay.
closing disclosure, and it's the SAR, the SAR, the suspicious activity report. Those 2 documents must be kept for 5 years, right? Now, there are 3 documents that need to be kept for 3 years. All right. And Mindy, you know what it is? The 3 documents that
Yeah.
must be kept for 3 years?
yeah, there are only 3 documents that are kept for 3 years, and each one of them starts with an L.
Yes.
It's the loan estimate, the
Yes.
loan compensation,
Yes.
and the LAR.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Now, there's 1 document that must be kept for 25 months. Tugba, what is the 1 document that must be kept for 25 months?
ECOA.
Yes, ECOA. That's right. ECOA, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Now, then pretty much everything else, right? Everything else. So you got 2 documents that must be kept for 5 years, 3 documents that must be kept for 3 years. You got 1 document that must be kept for 25 months, and then everything else is kept for how long, Saren?
I'm sorry?
Okay, so you got 2 documents that must be kept for 5 years, 3
Yes.
documents that must be kept for 3 years,
Yes, 3
1
Ls.
document that must be kept for 25 months, and then everything else must be kept for how long?
General 2 years.
2 years, right? All right.
Yes.
So the way to memorize this, right, is to just memorize the exceptions, and then everything else, just put it as 2 years.
2 years. And ECOF, like they can see it for 24 months, like 2 years too.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So now,
So for the do not call list, telemarketers has to be between 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
very good.
Yeah.
What time zone? In what time zone though? Which person's time zone?
Local time zone.
It depends on the consumer.
Right. It's the receiver's time zone.
Yes.
Right. The consumer's time zone. Right. So Lawrence, question for you then.
Yeah.
If a consumer makes an
Okay.
inquiry or submits an application, how long can we contact them?
So if they make an inquiry,
Yeah.
is it 18 months? Is it is it 18 months for
No,
that
no,
one?
No, the 18 months is another scenario. But if
Oh, okay.
it's an inquiry or submits an application.
Oh, that isn't it 12 months?
No,
24, right?
no.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
What is your,
3
3
months.
months.
So here's
what
the
is the,
thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Just know it's 3 months or 18 months.
Right, it's three, yeah. So Lawrence, it's
Oh.
three. So there's a category for 3 months, a category for 18 months. If the consumer makes an inquiry or submits an application, right, we have 3 months. We can call. Now, if the consumer has an EBR, if you have an EBR with a consumer, meaning an established business relationship, like you did a business transaction with them, then you
Yeah.
have how long?
Then you have 18 months.
18 months. Yeah. Excellent. All right, very good.